guys, welcome back to my channel. Do y'all know what BDSM stands for or what it is? I know what it is, but I don't know what it stands for. All I know is that it's dominance. That's all I know. But it is a lot more to it. Sadist, you know, it's a lot. So I know people do this stuff. You know, do what you do. If it gets you off, that's what you like. A lot of people in this world do it, which is so interesting to me because I'm like, how do y'all figure this out? Like, to incorporate pain into pleasure. Y'all know what I mean? I just always found it so fascinating because it's weird. Let me tell y'all something funny real quick. There's a BDSM test and my friend told me to take it and I took it, and it's actually a wild test. Y'all, the stuff when they say, do you like to inflict pain or do you like big pain? It's a lot. But y'all should go do that if you don't. It's kind of funny. But it's just like, it wake you up. You'd be like, people really like this stuff. They like, you know, they got knife play, which y'all refuse. I would never. You're not cutting my skin. No, I don't like that stuff. But a lot of people like to be dominated. I think there's more. Now, is there more male or women dominators? Dominance, is that what they're called? I think y'all, yeah, I've heard stories about how it's a lot of men who are unhappy with their life or with their marriage, so they'll go to like the woman who they call madam, and like she'll, like, you know, pleasure him by inflicting pain, which I think is so weird. It's like, how do y'all find these places? Do they put their numbers in like ads or somewhere, newspapers? Because, you know, can you look that stuff up? I don't know. I just think it's scary. I feel like you gotta go down like a dark rabbit hole to find this stuff. That's just me. So we'll be talking about a man who lured his girlfriend to the Nevada desert, tied her up on a post, taped her mouth and nose, and watched her die slowly, all for a bondage photo shoot. So let's get into it. Oh my God, it's sick. Man gets life in prison for tying girlfriend to signposts, duct taping her mouth and nose, and watching her die during bondage photo shoot. That is him. He looked like he would do it too. Like, I don't know. I don't know. The woman name is Jamie Ray Fitton, and his name is John Matthew Chapman. A Pennsylvania man will spend the rest of his life in prison for driving his girlfriend across the country and luring her into the Nevada desert for a bondage photo shoot, affixing her to a signpost with zip ties, duct taping her mouth and nose, and watching her die. Chapman, which is 44, learned his fate on Friday in the killing of his girlfriend, Jamie Ray Fitton, who is 33, the U.S. Attorney Office announced in the news release. He was convicted in May for the kidnapping, resulting in her death. The defendant violated the victim's trust by luring her away from her family and friends in Pennsylvania and out in the Nevada desert where he viciously killed her, said the U.S. Attorney. The sentence should send a clear message to others that kidnapping and killing another person will result in a substantial prison sentence. Thank you to our federal and local law enforcement partners for their hard work in bringing justice for the victim's family. You know what's weird about this already? Like, he drove from Pennsylvania all the way to Nevada. That's a long drive. Is it to torture her in like the heat? I'm really curious about why would you go from up there to like the West Coast? Is Pennsylvania up there? I'm pretty sure it's like, well, I know from y'all point of view, I'm like in like this, I'm looking at the map my way. Anyways, he up to the side. It's like, why drive to Nevada? Unless he did it before. You know, people like to, they have them like, it's like MOs if y'all let me. The series of events leading to the killing and Chapman's arrest began in September 2019 when the defendant told Fitton they were going on a house hunting vacation in Vegas where they would potentially get married, according to the court document. The couple drove nearly 2,200 miles across the country from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania to Sin City. Although the victim believed she was going to start a new life with Chapman, she was unaware of his true plan, which was to kill her. Authorities noted Chapman had searched online for dump body in Nevada the night before the couple arrived in Las Vegas on September 23rd, 2019. Why do people, when they try to get rid of a body or like commit a crime, why do they search stuff up? You don't think this stuff is going to come back to get you? Because I got a feeling after he did it, he probably tried to hide the body, but they're going to search everything. You were the last one, especially if you're the boyfriend, they're going to look for you. So that's all on your search engine. I just don't understand, what results would you get from that? I'm over here thinking now, can you even search that up? You know what? Google, they should, or any search engine, people who research stuff like that should be flagged. and they should call the cops immediately. But I guess you really can't, because there'd be like, let's say you're researching something like a paper and you need to say why would somebody dump a body, something like that with those words. But it's just weird. I'm like, what did you think they were going to give you? For something like that, I would think, well, you can't even go to Reddit because they'll flag you. You'll have to go to like, I don't even know, like just a chat forum of freaks who can like give you ideas of who done this before and who just haven't been caught. I'm really curious on what would you get out of searching that stuff. I'm still surprised he drove that far. So I'm wondering if he just he didn't think nobody was gonna find her in the desert. That's weird. 2 days later, he convinced her to go into the desert in Lincoln County, Nevada, more than 150 miles north of Las Vegas, under the guise of participating in a sadomasochist and bondage-themed photo shoot, court documents said. Then he tied his new girlfriend with zip ties and affixed her to a signpost. After applying duct tape to her mouth and then her nose, he watched her die from asphyxiation. After that, he left her body next to the post and traveled back to Pennsylvania, discarding her clothing at spots along the way. Authorities said he used her phone to impersonate her, sending text messages to her friends, pretending she was still alive while using the dead woman's home and money. Okay, that was a mouthful. Hold on, let me go over all this again and break it down. Let me give y'all my opinion, because like so much was just said. Okay. So he drove 22 miles from Pennsylvania to Las Vegas first, then 150 miles to the desert. Once he gets to the desert, he somehow convinced her to strip nude, get tied up, duct tape her face and her nose, take pictures, or he said he was going to take pictures, and watched her die from losing breath. Not only that, he leave her like that, drive back to Pennsylvania. That's another, I'm pretty sure it's probably more, just at that 150 miles probably, I would say, about 2,000 miles back home, discarding her clothes and acting like her, using her phone and her money. The fact that he actually left her body, I'm wondering if he didn't think he was going to get caught. You left her body to like decompose there, because I don't know how long, which I'm pretty sure they're going to say when somebody found her. First of all, that's a crazy sight to be seen. And what if he got off by watching like these serial killer documentaries? Because there was one. I know there was a man that did that before, that tied, I know what I heard about it, that tied women up like that and left them with like bondage play. I just don't understand what was his motive for this. Has he done this before? Because people like this. That was too, like, he was able, I ain't even gonna say lure her, because she would have went anyway. That was her boyfriend. But if there was no, I'm over here thinking, if the only way I could see somebody agreeing to get nude and actually do that photo shoot is if they did it before. Like if they done like that type of stuff before. But the fact that he watched her is so sadistic. Like, you see her struggling for air, and that's, duct tape is strong. And then you're tied up. Like, oh my God, I'm over here. Y'all, I got my arm around my chair trying to picture it, and it's really, really freaky. And just knowing that he won't help you. Dang. And then when he went back, he's throwing her stuff out, using her phone, like they're not going to track it like it was there, but I'm guessing he wanted to make it like she came back. You know, he really thought he was playing it well, but I'm still wondering why he left her body. Maybe, was it because it's not a trophy? He's not going to go back to that after driving that far. Or maybe he wanted her to be seen. This is weird, y'all. Let's continue. The case came to light on October 5th, 2019, after an 8-year-old traveling with a grandpa found the body a mile off of a dirt road on federal land and found the body. That's really dark, and that's scary that a child had to see that. Oh my God, and her grandfather. They saw what they thought was a dead animal a ways away from the road, Lee said, and so they went to investigate and found that it was an actual body of a nude female. There was no ID, and the body was in the early stages of decomposition. Y'all know something? I just thought about this when they said they thought it was a dead animal. Can you imagine what that looked like from afar? Like I don't know if her hair was down or if it was up, but what if he did that because he wanted, like, I don't know if they got coyotes out there. It's in Nevada desert. I don't know what animals they got out there. Like bobcats, I would think. Like, what if he wanted, like, he left her to get, like, eaten by animals, vultures or something. You know what I mean? Oh my God. That's so sad. It's so sad for her. It's like to be taken out that way by somebody you trust. That's, people really do be like acting, they really be like trying to make you trust them, and they do stuff like this. I would have been like, why are we going to the desert? It's hot as I don't know what. I'm not going down there. Like, but what's crazy is that you wouldn't think none of it if you cared about that dude. They actually got, I actually hear it's really pretty in Nevada, but it's hot as I don't know what. I ain't stepping foot up in there. She remained unidentified until November 15th, 2019, when the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office learned that the Bethel Park Police Department had arrested Chapman as a suspect in her disappearance. Police said her neighbors reported seeing who they thought was Chapman going in and out her home, where they found ID cards with his names and photos, her cell phone, zip ties, and a roll of duct tape in her home, prosecutors said. Authorities in Nevada confirmed the identity of the remains as Fendon from her slight 4'1" frame, previous medical procedures, a tattoo, and dental records. She was 4'1". She was so tiny. Wow. That's a way to, like, just an easy way to say it's her too, also with the tattoos. So look, once again, his plan, what was it? Because he left her there, he went back, discarded her stuff, started going through her home, then you leave stuff in her home. Did he want to be caught eventually? I really got a feeling people like this like have done this before, or they watch stuff like this before. Y'all know them sick tapes when dudes actually kill women, and what's it called? Y'all know it's about them tapes when they record like people getting assaulted and stuff and they buy it from somebody. I got a feeling he was into that stuff. I just got a feeling that's sick. As Law and Crime reported, friend Nikki Lawrence told BuzzFeed that her relatives and friends did not like the relationship with Chapman, but she stood her ground. Lawrence described an ugly relationship and said he was very mean to her and used her for money. Once, the owner of a bar chased Chapman down the street when she showed up with two black eyes. Chapman was married to another woman. Maureen Chapman said her husband had been living a double life and that he admitted the murder to her while calling from the police station. Oh my God, it's sick, she told WPXI. It's really sick. The man was married, y'all. Why is it always the married men that have the double lives? I guess that makes sense. That's what double life mean. But he had this girl. That's why I think they done this before, because it's like she was okay to get like that, or unless he forced her, and he was lying about that part, because that is a possibility. It's just a theory that he could have like possibly like forced her to get tied up, y'all. But if it's a double life and they was into that, it would make sense why she would have like allowed that. But it's like, come on, man, what was his goal? Like, and then he confessed. I don't understand. I feel like he wanted to get caught. I don't know why, because he left so much evidence. It's like after they found her and confirmed it was her and arrested him already because they knew that was a boyfriend or, side piece, whatever. But he literally like just left her out there like an animal. He's definitely one of those dudes that's like into like, watching those nasty videos of like people hurting other people, because that's sick. I feel like a lot of people who, and they say, I've always heard that BDSM isn't even like that. That's not that. I hear that they say it's a pleasure for both people, but he literally took advantage and like wanted to kill her. I want to know what was going through his head. What do you guys think? This is a weird one, because I'm like, he tried to get away. He was dumping her stuff, but he left her there. That's the mystery. He left her body there tied up, but he was dumping her stuff and acting like her. Was he just slow? It was so much evidence on him after he went back home, but he left her body there. I still believe my theory about him wanting to like let her be eaten by animals, because like, why tie her up? Why not bury her out there? Then you would have probably got away with it. I just think that was weird. So yeah, this is a weird one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I have more crime for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.